What if your power didn't come from training, but from what people think about you? To Be Hero, set in a world where superheroes get their powers from public belief. The more people believe in you, the stronger you are. If people lose faith in you, you become weaker. Because of that, heroes are ranked and treated almost like celebrities, constantly under pressure to stay popular. The story follows Nice, a pretty normal, awkward guy who suddenly gets thrown into the spotlight. At first, it seems like a dream, but it quickly turns into pressure, because people don't actually believe in him. They believe in the version of him they want to see. And now he has to live up to it. As Nice struggles to keep his image intact, the anime dives into something deeper than just action. It's about identity, self-doubt, and what it feels like to be constantly watched and judged. That's what makes To Be Hero X stand out. It's not just about heroes, it's about the pressure to be someone you're not, and what happens when you can't keep it up anymore. Number 2. Tapokis Original Sin. This anime looks cute, but it might be one of the most disturbing stories you'll watch. Tapokis Original Sin starts with a small, happy alien named Takopi, who comes to Earth with one goal: spread happiness. He's innocent, positive, and genuinely believes he can fix anything. Then he meets Shizuka. She's quiet, isolated, and being bullied so badly that her life feels completely hopeless. Takopi doesn't understand human pain, but he wants to help, so he starts using his futuristic gadgets to try and make her life better. But every time he tries to fix things, it somehow makes everything worse. What starts off feeling wholesome quickly turns into something much darker. The story dives into bullying, trauma, and loneliness, showing how complicated people really are, and how simple solutions don't always work. That's what makes this anime hit so hard. It's not about villains, it's about good intentions going wrong, and how damage can keep spreading even when someone is trying to help. Number 3. Medalist. This isn't just a sports anime. It's about what it feels like to start too late. This anime follows Inori, a shy girl who dreams of becoming a figure skater. But there's one problem. Everyone else her age is already way ahead. She's constantly told she missed her chance. Then she meets Tsukasa, a coach who understands exactly how that feels. He failed to reach his own goals, and now he sees something in Inori that no one else does. Together, they decide to try anyway. What makes this story hit isn't just the skating, it's the pressure, the self-doubt, and the fear of not being good enough. Inori isn't naturally confident or talented at first. She struggles, falls, and questions herself constantly, but she keeps going. Medalist is about chasing something even when you feel behind, even when people doubt you, and even when you doubt yourself. Number 4. Apocalypse Hotel. Imagine the world ends, but a hotel keeps running like nothing happened. That's the premise of Apocalypse Hotel. Set in a quiet, post-apocalyptic world, the story follows Yachio, a hotel worker who continues doing her job, checking in guests, maintaining order, and keeping everything normal, even though normal doesn't really exist anymore. Because the guests? They're not always human. What starts off feeling calm and almost peaceful slowly becomes unsettling. Strange visitors come and go, interactions feel slightly off, and you begin to realize something isn't right beneath the surface. But no one ever fully explains it. That's what makes this anime stand out. It doesn't rely on big action or obvious horror. It builds this quiet, eerie atmosphere where everything feels just a little wrong. It's less about survival and more about denial, routine, and holding on to normalcy when the world is already gone. Number 5. Ruri Rocks. Ruri Rocks follows Ruri, a quiet, introspective girl, and her small circle of friends as they navigate the ups and downs of everyday life. There's no world-ending threat, no villain to defeat, just the little moments that shape who we are. Friendships, misunderstandings, dreams, and personal growth. What makes it stand out is how real it feels. Every conversation, every small struggle, and every emotional triumph hits because the characters feel like actual people. You watch them stumble, laugh, and grow, and it's impossible not to connect with their world. It's a slice-of-life gem that reminds you that sometimes the little things matter more than the big ones. It's comforting, heartfelt, and quietly unforgettable. Number 6. The Apothecary Diaries. The story follows Mao Mao, a brilliant young woman who starts working in the imperial palace. On the surface, she's just a lowly servant, but she has a secret. She's an expert in medicine, poisons, and solving mysteries. When strange incidents start happening, poisonings, secrets, and political schemes, Mao Mao quietly begins investigating, using her knowledge to uncover the truth that no one else sees. What makes this anime so compelling is how clever and composed Mao Mao is. She isn't flashy or loud, but she notices everything, thinks ahead, and always has a plan. The mysteries are satisfying, the palace politics are tense, and there's a slow burn charm to the subtle romance that develops along the way. The Apothecary Diaries isn't just a story about solving crimes. It's about intelligence, observation, and quietly outsmarting the world around you. If you love smart protagonists and carefully layered mysteries, this one will grab you from the very first episode. Number 7. Orb. On the movements of the Earth. Set in a time when knowledge could be dangerous, the anime follows Rafal, a young boy fascinated by astronomy, and a group of scholars determined to understand the movements of the Earth and the stars. In their world, challenging accepted beliefs isn't just frowned upon, it can get you punished or even killed. What makes this anime stand out is how it blends history, science, and philosophy. It's not about action or flashy battles, it's about curiosity, courage, and the cost of pursuing truth. You watch these characters risk everything to uncover knowledge, and the stakes feel incredibly real because the world itself is against them. Orb is a slow burn, thought-provoking journey that asks questions bigger than the characters themselves. What is truth worth, and how far would you go to uncover it? If you enjoy stories that make you think while immersing you in a meticulously crafted world, this is one to watch. Number 8. The Summer Hikaru Died. The anime follows Yoshiki, a normal boy whose best friend Hikaru dies during a summer trip. But when something that looks exactly like Hikaru returns, Yoshiki can't shake the feeling that something is very wrong. As he spends time with this familiar yet unfamiliar presence, the line between life and death, reality and illusion, starts to blur. What makes this anime so gripping is how it blends horror and emotion. It's not about jump scares, it's about atmosphere, tension, and the unsettling feeling of losing someone you love while confronting the unknown. Every scene is charged with unease, and the emotional stakes are just as intense as the supernatural mystery. The Summer Hikaru Died isn't just a story about loss. It's about confronting the unexplainable, facing grief, and realizing that sometimes what comes back isn't what you expected. It will stay with you long after the credits roll. Number 9. Chainsaw Man. The story focuses on Denji, a rough-around-the-edges young man who survives by hunting devils alongside his pet devil, Pochita. Life is hard, brutal, and unpredictable, but then he meets Rize, a mysterious girl who brings a spark of hope and normalcy into his chaotic world. For the first time, Denji experiences friendship, trust, and even love. But in true Chainsaw Man fashion, nothing stays safe for long. What makes this arc stand out is the perfect mix of high-octane action and emotional depth. The fights are intense, the animation is stunning, but the real punch comes from the human side. Denji's vulnerability, his fleeting happiness, and the inevitable heartbreak. Chainsaw Man isn't just about devils and battles. It's about survival, connection, and the fleeting moments of joy in a violent, unpredictable world. By the end, it hits harder than any chainsaw could. Number 10. Gachiakuta. The anime follows Rudo, a young boy trapped in a dystopian, trash-filled underworld where criminals and outcasts are left to fend for themselves. In this brutal environment, people fight using anything they can find. Broken weapons, scrap metal, and sheer cunning. Rudo must learn to navigate this dangerous world, survive, and grow stronger if he hopes to make it out alive. What makes Gachiakuta stand out is its gritty realism and raw energy. The action is intense, the stakes feel real, and the world building is darkly fascinating. You feel the desperation, the danger, and the constant tension as Rudo fights not just for victory, but for survival. This isn't a story for the faint of heart. It's for anyone who loves shonen action with a dark edge, relentless intensity, and a world that never lets its characters rest. And that's a wrap on the top anime of 2025. From intense emotional journeys like Tapokis Original Sin to high-stakes action in Chainsaw Man and the slow-burn brilliance of Orb. On the movements of the Earth, this year had something for every anime fan. Which one of these shows are you adding to your watch list first? Or did we miss your favorite? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I'd love to hear what you're watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you don't miss any future anime deep dives.